The house that you never really owned. The house that you never really owned. What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching the important things that really matter. Today, we're going to be talking about the house that you never really owned. You're going to want to share this with as many people as possible. You're going to want to share this with as many people as possible. You're going to want to have to share this with as many people as possible. And I guarantee you, if you like, share, and subscribe, especially subscribe, you will have access to the information on my channel that will save you thousands upon thousands of dollars and hopefully save you a whole lot of pain and suffering if you subscribe to my channel. There's no other channel that's out there that's like my channel, because that's why it's called The Important Things That Really Matter. That's right. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the house that you never really owned. I remember back in the day, you get some of these snooty people that have their nose stuck way up in the air. And you go to some of these parties and whatnot, and they'll be like, do you rent or do you own? You like, almost like that Pastor Grey Poupon, okay? Like, do you rent or do you own? Well, I'm gonna prove to you today that everybody's renting, okay? Everybody's renting, even when they think they own or something. You don't really own anything. But anyway, let's say for a particular, for all intents and purposes, and I want you to share this with as many people as possible. Share this video with as many people possible. This is the house you never really owned, part 1, and then also make sure you come back for the house that you never really owned, part 2, and we're gonna be discussing in depth why a lot of people wish that they had never bought the house that they got in. And we talking about like 90-95% of the people in part 2. So we're gonna get into that. So let's say, for instance, that you bought a $100,000 house. You're paying on a mortgage for a $100,000 house. It's a 30-year mortgage for a $100,000 house. Now, the 30-year mortgage, at the end of the 30-year mortgage, you would have paid that house off 2.5 times. So that means that at the end of 30 years, for that $100,000 house that you got a mortgage on, at the end of 30 years, you would have paid that house off 2.5 times. So for that same $100,000 house, you would have paid $250,000. You would have paid a total of $250,000 over by the time you got to the end of 30 years. Now, at the end of the 30 years, you think you own your house. Wrong. No, you don't own your house. If you own your house, they wouldn't be able to take your house away from you. And they can still take your house away from you. Well, what I mean by they can still have, if you don't pay your property taxes, they can still take your house away from you, and you've been paying on that house for 30 years. And you done paid that house off 2.5 times. So the $100,000 house, at the end of the 30 years, you done paid $250,000 off. And so now you think you own the house, but no, you don't own the house, because if you don't pay your property taxes, they come and take your house and kick you on the street, kick you out on the street. So do you ever really own a house? The answer is no. Because if you own something, they wouldn't be able to come and take it away from you. If you own something, they wouldn't really be able to come and take it away from you. And they can take it away if you don't pay your property taxes. So the question you should be asking yourself is, well, hey, is it worth me spending all this money, $250,000 for $100,000, for me spending $250,000 on a house that was initially $100,000? Is it worth me spending $250,000 for a house that they can turn around and take this house away from me if I don't pay the property taxes? Is it worth it? Do you really own it? No, you don't really own it. You don't really own it. How do you really own anything that somebody can come and take away from you later on? You don't. So that's something you got to take in consideration. This is why you have a house that you never really own. If you owned it, they wouldn't be able to kick you out of your own house. Now, I want you to come back for part 2. Come back for part 2. Come back for part 2. It's going to talk about why 90 to 95% of people who got their houses wish they had never got their house. So this is going to be the house that you never really own. Part 2, we're going to talk about interest rates, and we're going to talk about why 90 to 95% of people who got a house within the last 5 or 10 years wish they never got the house to begin with. All right. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and peace.